All right. So, a few things before we start hitting our stuff. So we have a review that just came available this morning on Schoology. This is going in the grade book, so make sure you do it, okay? It'll be due, I believe, Sunday at 11:59. I'm actually going to put this one into the test category once it's completely submitted. Yes. So the test grade category will help you more than the quiz category. Cool? So this will be worth 4 points. It does go into, I will move it. What it'll do is, once you do it, it's going to kind of find a place to hang out my grade book. Once everyone's submitted it, I will put it into the test category. Got it? I have to change what thing, and then it'll readjust your grade. So make sure you do it. Okay? This is due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I would probably say that it's at least 1 hour's worth of work. Work on it together. It's resumable, so you can do a little bit each night, which is awesome. Cool? Feel good? Make sense? Huh? 12 or 13, but some of them are matching, some of them are short answer, things like that. It shouldn't be, it's not too bad. Okay, can I borrow your review real quick? Thanks. Let's go over the review questions first. Okay, so So let me run through the review first for us. And remember, this is going in for a grade. If you're here, you get the points for it. If you're not, you don't get the points for it. You know? La-ti-da, it works that way. All right. First questions. Is that just my tongue got real big. I'm sorry. What were the instructions on number 9? What should I do? So it's just solve for the variable. Is that what it is? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to distribute here. So that's 5p minus 20 plus 2p equals 6p minus 23. So that's 7p minus 20 is equal to negative 23. Add 20. So 7p is equal to negative 3. So divide each side by 7. So I get this. What answer is that? It's D.
Oh wait.
No.
I did not. No. I didn't. Yeah, I got.
Where? What?
You forgot the 6p.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, subtract 6p. Subtract 6p. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. P is equal to.
And then p is equal to 3. Is it 3 or negative 3?
It's negative 3.
Negative 3, which is what answer?
D.
D? Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to goof that up. Okay, problem number 10. We were going to go ahead and solve for our letters. So I'll distribute here. Is that all right? Combine like terms, so I get 12x plus 10 equals negative 20 plus 6x. Subtract 6x, so that becomes 6x over here. Subtract 10, so that becomes negative 30 over here. Divide both sides by 6, so I get x is equal to negative 5, which is what answer? A. Sweet. Questions on either of those as far as the review goes? And that's from the beginning of the semester. You good? Yeah. All right, number 11. We're still trying to solve for the letter. A good way to go across on problem number 11 is let's clear our denominators. So what number should I multiply all three terms by to get the denominator out of there? 9. So I'll multiply this by 9, I'll multiply this by 9 over 1, and this by 9 over 1. That gives me 18x. 3, that goes in there like that, so that gives me what? Negative 12x, is that right? And then that cancels, it gives me 16. Combine like terms, so that 6x is equal to 16. X equals 16 over 6, which is 8 over 3. Is there an answer for that?
Yeah.
What is it? B?
But can you just times like negative 4 thirds by 3?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
Can you just like multiply the negative 4 thirds by 3?
It has to be all three terms to clear the denominator. Other ways you could have done that, you could add 4 thirds to the other side, get a common denominator, combine the 16 ninths and the 4 thirds together, and then figure that out. It would have been the same answer. Number 12, if I multiply each side by 2, I get n minus 11 is equal to 8. Add 11, right? And what letter is that one? D, thank you. And again, this is all being recorded, so you're welcome to go back and review it if you need to.
Why did you divide by 2?
Because this is n over 11, n minus 11 divided by 2.
Oh, I just divided by 2 and did 0.5n minus 11 over 2 and then.
Gotcha. That would work. That's another way of working it through. This one, what letter am I supposed to solve for? B. So we want to get B all by itself, right? So I'm going to subtract 2h. That's the 2h. Subtract 2h. That gives me P minus 2h is equal to 2b. Divide everything by 2. So I wind up with B is equal to P minus 2h all over 2. Or, and I'm not sure how the answer is, it might be split apart like this. Either of those answers, which one is it? The left or the right? It's the left and it's B. Cool. That works. Ready?
Ready to learn.
Good. Pressure's on. Which letter am I solving for up here?
Y.
Getting y all by itself, okay? So I want that all alone. So I'm going to subtract 2x, subtract 2x. Cancel, so I get 4y is equal to negative 2 plus 12. Where did that plus 12 come from?
Because it's a positive.
Yeah, that's positive. Good. Divide everything by 4. Cancel, y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 3.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Which answer?
B.
B. Cool. Still okay? Good. 15. 12 over 6, a over 9. What's the operation I should do?
Multiply by 9.
I can do that, or I can cross multiply. So I get 6a is equal to 12 times 9 is 108. Divide both sides by 6. So a is equal to 118. Is that right? Which is what letter? A.
And just for clarification, so we multiply by 12 and divide by 6. If I
Right.
multiply by 9.
Right. Or you could have made 12 over 6 2, multiplied by 9, and it's still going to come out the same thing. I didn't see it until I started working out too quickly. Sorry. Keep going. 16. Oh, this is an inequality. Does this mean I'm graphing it?
Yes.
I'm graphing it on a line, correct? So let's get P all by itself. So I'll distribute my negative here and here. So you get 24 minus 4p is less than negative 16p plus 12. That should be okay so far, right? Let's add 16p to both sides. That cancels, so I get 24 plus 12p is less than 12. Subtract 24 from both sides. That's 12p is less than negative 12. Divide by each side by 12. So my answer comes out to p is less than negative 1. Why did I not flip this sign over?
Because you didn't divide
I
by
didn't divide by negative. Even though this is negative here, my divisor wasn't negative.
I had to change around one of the.
You what?
I had to change around one of the. For C, I had to change the sign around.
Oh.
Because none of the signs matched up.
All right. I just need to see where's
Wait.
16. Okay. So this is an open dot at negative 1. Which way is it going? Left. Which answer is that?
It's C, but they didn't graph the right one.
No, Joseph, you messed up like me. You messed up like me, Joseph.
Oh, I looked at C thing. Oh, okay.
So this is answer A.
Oops.
Oh, glad we didn't mess up on the file. Is this the last one? All right. 17. Again, we're going to solve for the letter. So let's subtract 5m from both sides. Add 3. Divide by 2. So that looks like negative 1 is less than or equal to m. Take the whole thing, flip it over. So I'm at negative 1, there's 0 right here. This is a solid dot, right? Shade this way. What letter's that?
D.
D. That was all of them for the review, or was there one more? Sweet. So let's for tomorrow, let's take care of on the review numbers 18, and that's a short page. So let's go 18 through 30 for tomorrow, okay? And we'll make sure we go over that as well. Okay, I want to go over anything from our homework that I just marked off. Anything from the homework?
Number 7.
Number 7, can you pull yours out of your notebook so I can borrow it real quick? I forgot my book. Number 7. All right. Insert graph. Fusion. Thanks, man. Let's undo I don't need my numbers up there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do this one in purple. So I get a y-intercept. I'm going to count each of these by 2's. Is that all right? So at negative 2, which is down here, I'm going to go down 1, right 1. So it's right there in the middle of that dot. Does that make sense? I'm counting by 2's, that's why it's going to work that way. And then my second one, if I use the cover method on here, my x value looks like negative 3.5. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, like negative 1, 2, 3.5, so like there, right? And then where it crosses the y-axis is at positive 7. That looks like maybe, bless you, negative 3, 1, maybe. Remember, I'm counting by 2's, so 1, 2, 3, up 1. What do you think? I don't know if that's the answer or not, but that's what appears my answer should be as far as my graph goes. How can I verify that -3 comma -1 is the solution? Plug it in. I have an x and a y value. Let's plug it into both. So plug it into the first one. I get 1 equals -3 minus 2. 1 equals 3 minus 2. 1 equals 1. It works on that one. Try it on the other one. 2 times x minus y equals -7. -6 minus 1 equals -7. So -7 equals -7. Works on that one as well. So that is my solution to that problem, even though my graph didn't look as pretty. What other questions have we come across on last night? Ron, can I borrow yours?
Yeah.
And what number would you like to see?
Number 8.
Number what? 8? Okay. Y equals 2x minus 8. Y equals 3 plus 2x. First thing I'm going to note right here is I'm going to modify this to look like this. Is that okay? These are the same thing, I just reordered it. What's something you notice right away about these problems? Yeah, same slope. So same. Is the rest of the problem the same? Is the rest of the problem the exact same? No. No. This has a y-intercept of -8, which is like down here. And then I go up 2, right 1. And then the other one I have plus 3, and up 2, right 1. Something like that. So these are parallel. They won't cross. So there is 0 solution. Any other problems you want to see? Joe?
Did you go to number 9?
Yeah. Make that one. Number 9. 3x minus 4 equals 12. And y equals 2x minus 8. That'll work. Let's see, -8. So -8 is way down here. And then up 2, right 1. So it's a little stupid in that. And then, so that one's green. Let's do this one black. Cover method, x is 4. Y is -3. Maybe right here at 1, 5, maybe. Or 5, 1, that's what I wanted to say. 5, 1, thanks. So that looks like where it's going to cross, so I'm going to take that 5, 1 and plug it in. So I get 3 times 5, minus 4 times 1 equals 12, 15 minus 4. Ooh, that's 11 now. That might not work. Maybe is it 15 or 5, 2? I don't know. It might be 5, 2. No. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see as far as the graph goes. This is what's going to lead us into what today is. So it's the answer's somewhere over there. We're just off someplace. You know, our graph is off a little bit. Did anyone get a legitimate answer they feel works for number 9?
How do you find the right point without graphing?
We're going to get there. It's today. It's coming up. Any other questions? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Make sure your name is on that and pass that on forward. I do not need your review, though. I don't need your review. Don't pass your review on.
support tour yesterday.
What's that?
I had a tech support tour yesterday.
Where at?
It was at my computer. I had some tech support to do.
All right. Let's. I should be able to get these homeworks back to you today. Let's take a look at this worksheet. It says solving systems of linear equations. We're going to start solving by substitution, and I can. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
I can solve by using substitution to find the intersection point. So substitution's sometimes a better method because sometimes graphing gets, like we just saw, we can't always see exactly where it happens, whether our graph isn't big enough for it or we're just a little too sloppy on our graphing. So let's take a look at this one. First one, 5a plus 2b. How would we evaluate this if a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 3? What would I have to do? Yeah, plug them in. So I'm going to get 5 times 4 plus 2 times 3. Do the math. That's all we'd get there. Is that okay? That's the very first one up there on that graph. May I move off there?
Wait, so it's 26. What's it equal to?
That's what the value is, 26. You do not add an equal sign to it. You're just evaluating it by when you plug in values.
So that's the answer to that
26.
graph.
It's not a graph. It's just you plugged in two different values and got an answer out. All right, problem number 2 on there. I have negative 2x plus 2y. I don't have an equal sign as a part of it, but I do know that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 0. What should we do with those values? Plug them in. So I get negative 2 times negative 3 plus 2 times 0. That's going to give me 6 plus 0, which my answer is 6. Make sense? Can I go to number 3?
Yeah.
Number 3, we have 2m squared, and we know that m is equal to 2 and n is equal to negative 1. Plug those values in. Order of operations would suggest to do what first?
Exponents.
Exponents. So 2 squared is what? 4. And then multiply. 2 times 4 times negative 1 gives me an answer of negative 8. Cool. All right. Number 4 says to graph these. Okay, so I get negative 4, up 1, right 2. Do this one in blue, we'll do the other one in red. If I use the cover method, I get x equals 3, and y equals negative 9, which is way down here. So this comes way down like that. So this kind of intersects here. Is it at 2, negative 2? I don't know. We could plug it in, I guess. But we might not find exactly where it crosses because graphing isn't always the neatest thing. You okay so far? You guys ready to get into the substitution? Substitution should logically make sense how it works. Okay? So does everyone feel comfortable saying that graphing, yeah, it's nice that I have a picture, but sometimes we don't know exactly where things happen. Does that make sense? So when it's not graphable, meaning we're going to get a goofy answer, when you get a decimal for an answer, or a fraction for an answer, or an answer that's way off your sheet, graphing wouldn't make sense to do. So let's say I had these two equations. Let's say we had those two equations. So this is a line, easily. This is also a line. What kind of line is y equals 5?
Horizontal.
It's a horizontal line. Everyone agree with that? So this would basically probably be something where it does this. You get some sort of intersection. I don't know. I'm just trying to go quickly on that to do it. Okay? So here's the nice thing. I know that y is equal to 5. So guess what part of my answer is?
3x plus 5.
I get a 5 for my y value. That's going to happen no matter what. We already have part of our answer. What do you think I should do with part of my answer with the other part of the question?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. I'm going to plug this in right here. So let's bring this down. I get 3x plus 5 is equal to 2. Feel okay there? I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. I'll just show the steps. I don't think you guys will panic too much if I show the steps. I get that. What should I do last?
Divide by 3.
Divide everything by 3. So x is equal to negative 1. So if you truly had graphed this, this would be probably okay. We got an answer of negative 1 comma 5. We could probably find that on the graph. But that's the solution to the problem. It's done. Okay? That's all you have to do. Substitution allows you to take one problem, plug it into the other problem in order to make it work. Can we go to the back side? Is there any questions on that front side so far? John, you all right?
Yep.
Sweet. I just saw your head go down as I go, oh, he fell asleep or got bored, so I was just calling on you to get you up. All right. Example number 2. On the back, we have y is equal to, time out. Y minus 3x is equal to 7, and x equals y minus 1. We all okay there? All right, so this one, I don't have an x equals a number or a y equals a number. Agreed? But I do have x equals an equation. So they tell us in the second part of this problem that I know that x is equal to this relationship right here. Seem okay? Make sense how I just phrased that? So what that's going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it into my other equation. So y is all by itself. Minus 3. Make sure you put parentheses. What had been here? What was here originally?
X.
X. What do you think I'm going to put right here?
Y minus 1.
Y minus 1. Okay? I'm going to distribute what over the parentheses? Negative 3. So y minus 3y plus 3 equals 7. Combine like terms. Negative 2y plus 3 equals 7. Subtract 3. That cancels that. Negative 2y equals 4. Divide by negative 2. So what's y equal to? Negative 2. So my y value to this problem is negative 2. I need to take that y equals negative 2 and do what with it to our originals? Yeah, I'm going to take that y value. I'm going to plug that y value into here or into here. It's your choice. Does one seem more obvious?
Yes.
What value am I trying to solve for? X. Look at the bottom equation. It's already x equals, so it makes logical sense to plug it in here. They're both going to get the same answer. What did we say y is equal to? Negative 2. So I'm going to take negative 2. I'm going to plug it in right there. So I'm going to get x equals negative 2 minus 1. X equals negative 3. My solution to this problem is negative 3 comma negative 2. If I had graphed these, they would intersect at negative 3, negative 2. But substitution does clean it up a lot nicer. Yeah. Okay. Feeling all right? Happy day?
Yeah.
No, not happy day? I'm sorry. Okay. So let's try the example 3 on your own. Try example 3 on your own. I'll write it up here. You go ahead and try it. See if you can figure it out. All right, so for example 3, do I have a letter I've solved for? Is there an x equals a quantity or a y equals a quantity or equation? I have y equals. So does everyone feel comfortable that I know this? Is that okay? Where's that going to go into? It's going to go in, yeah. So it's going to go in right there. I'm not really following the steps. I'm just kind of progressing through. So we have a letter that we've solved for. It already exists. So I'm going to take that x plus 2, and it's going to substitute in for the y in our other equation. Can everyone see the difference up there, where it's going? And the important thing is, remember to use your parentheses. Keep them constant, okay? So I have 2x minus 3, parentheses equals 2. What had been here? What had been right here? X. What's going to go there now? X plus 2. Is that all right? Does that make sense? Is anyone stuck on what I just did? I'm going to distribute what over the parentheses? Careful.
-3.
-3. Good. Big error made on that one. You distribute 3, you forget about the negative, right? Don't forget about it. Excuse me. Is that all right so far? Okay. Plus 6, combine like terms, so I get -x, and I get -6 equals 2. Add 6, as you just said. I get -x is equal to 8. So what's x equal to? -8. Good. So now I'm going to plug that new value. I'm going to plug this right here. I'm going to plug it in either here. Oh, that's kind of bad. Sorry. I'm going to plug it in here or where? Where right there. Agreed? Which one appears to be easier? What value am I looking for? Y. Does one of the values have y equals?
Yes.
So that might be a clue of an easier way to go about it. So our second equation has y equals, which is great. So I'm going to take that -8. I'm going to plug it in right here. So I get y equals -8 plus 2. This had been an x, but I'm putting the -8 in. So what's the answer be? -6. So my solution is -8, comma, -6. Feel all right? You following how I highlighted where it went? It is recorded, so make sure if you're getting stuck on this, take a look at it, okay? May I move forward? This is our last example. We good? This one has just a little bit different. We have this, then we have this. Okay? So first step. Did we solve for one of the letters solved for? Do we have x equals a quantity or a number, or y equals a quantity or a number? No. Which one looks like it might be easy to modify to solve for it? The bottom one. And now you have to choose. Would you like to solve for x or y? Abby, what would you like? X or y? X. Abby's choosing for us to solve for x. This second equation, I'm going to do this. See that? This modified to this. So this equation here and this equation here are the two equations I'm using. Yay? Okay, so I am going to substitute 1 minus y in where?
After the 6.
After 3.
Right here. Correct? That's x equals. It goes right there. Do you agree?
Yes.
Everyone see that? So I'm going to get 3 parentheses plus 6y equals 12. What had been here? X. What's going to go here? 1 minus y. Agreed? Distribute. 3 minus 3y plus 6y equals 12. Combine like terms. Subtract 3. 3y is equal to 9. So y equals 3. So I know this, where do you think I'm going to plug that back in? What letter am I looking for? X. So I could plug it in here, or I could plug it in here. What makes more sense? The bottom one, agree? I'm looking for an X value to plug it into the bottom one. So I'm going to plug 3 in. So I have X equals 1 minus 3. X equals negative 2. There's my solution. Okay? This is the next page. Cool. So your assignment for tonight is page, what is it, Joe?
157, 158.
158. Okay? Things to know. So this is due for tomorrow. Also, due tomorrow is on the review worksheet. What did I tell you?
18 to 30.
Numbers 18 through number 30. That's for tomorrow. That's review. And then the last thing is you have the Schoology. That'll be due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And again, this is going to take you at least 1 hour to do. So do a little bit each time. Don't wait until Sunday night going, oh, oops. I'll remind you every day. Okay? But take a look at that. But if you're doing the Schoology and you come across questions, write your question down that you're not sure of, and we can work it out in class. Because you might not have the only question. Everyone feel good? Okay, you got about 6 minutes, maybe get a little start on something.